Hey, this is GemmyD's on Cars.
Hey everybody, this is Dan for GemmyD on Cars. Now, I can't believe it, but my channel is already 1 year old. So I want to talk about some of the highlights and some of the things that I've accomplished over the past year. So let's get right into it. Alright, so when I started this channel, I had 2 goals, and I accomplished them all this year, both of them. I wanted to get 500 subscribers, which right now I'm currently sitting at 575, and I wanted to get 200,000 views, and I did that just a couple days ago. I'm at 203,000. So going forward, my goal for this year is to get up to 1,000, and we all know why I want to get up to 1,000 because of the monetization.
Hey, how are ya, internet? It's me, Logan.
But I'm very proud of myself that I set those goals and I got them. I don't even know why I picked like 200,000, but I think I did, and it's kind of funny that it just ended up that way, and I'm just over that. I know I got to 500 subscribers on December 31st, so the whole year of 2017 I got the 500, and thanks to everybody on my Facebook and Instagram and on YouTube, I've actually gotten like 60 subscribers in the past 3 days since Wednesday, you know, after the whole monetization thing has gone down. So let's keep it going. Now, if I look at Social Blade, it tells me that I will get to 1,000 within 6 months. I guess that's factoring in, you know, all the subs I've got in the past couple days. But if it takes 6 months, I would be pleased, so pleased if that was the case. Alright, so I want to talk about my best videos of the year, and there seems to be a theme, and that theme is my car, my Mazda. My #1 video is 5 things I love about my Mazda GT. I have 34,600 views on that. That is by far, not by far, but that is my best video I've done. It was funny because I talked about this in my year-end review, but it was a February, it was a Friday, it was warm. I decided to wash my car and talk about the things that I love about it, and that's been a big hit. So thank you for everybody who's watched that one. Now, #2, it's neck and neck between my Subaru video when I do a Subaru Outback. That was the first video I did with my buddy Noah, who's a filmmaker. He's so talented. I'm going to be working with him more this year, so I'm excited to see what he and I have planned. And then my 5 things that I hate about my Mazda, that's got 29,000 views. Both of those, #2 and #3, have 29,000 views. So very happy for everybody who watched that one. It's kind of crazy to think that my top 3 videos are like 92,000 views, which is almost half of everything else. So I'm happy that it was my car that had the best results. So I hope to keep some Mazda content coming in 2018. As far as my views, I averaged like 3,000 views per video, which is pretty good. I almost think that if I can get to 1,000 views per video, you know, in a couple months, and I'm pleased, you know, with how that video has gone. So there's a couple videos that have less than 100, which, it is what it is. My channel's kind of gone on a steady decline, like basically since Thanksgiving. So I don't know. I can't explain that. I don't know if it's the colder weather, but my BMW M3 video, that's only had a couple hundred views. I mean, that was like my favorite video to shoot of all of last year. It's not doing too well, but it is what it is. So a couple other things. Now I'm looking at my analytics on the YT Studio app on my phone, and it tells me that in the last 48 hours I've gotten like 1,100 views, which is pretty good. If I'm getting 500 views a day, I'm happy about that. Now, as far as revenue for the channel, I've made a little over $500, which is fine. It's going to be a lot less this coming year, and we all know why.
Hey, how are ya, internet? It's me, Logan.
But that's not too bad. I mean, it paid for my logo, paid for my camera, paid for a bunch of other stuff, so I'm happy with that. And once I get to 1,000, we'll start making money again, but we'll see if I get there in the time that I need. As far as my audience, I am 92% male, which leaves 8% female, which is pretty understandable. I have some, you know, female gearheads, but more dominantly male. My age demographic is 31%, 25 to 34. That makes sense. I'm in that age bracket at the very top. I'm 34 years old. After that, we've got 25% from 35 to 44, which makes sense. I mean, I drove some nicer cars that, you know, older people can afford. My top country is obviously United States. 54% of my views come from there. 7% Canada, 5.5% the UK, so that's pretty cool. I made a couple playlists of my different categories about reviews, 5 things I love, car shows. They've reviewed 19 times in the last month, so that's not bad. I only made that a couple months ago. So overall, it's the best part of this experience has been getting to drive some cars and share some experiences with other people and meet new people and make relationships, with people that love cars like I do. I did a whole bunch of videos with my buddy Will. I drove his Jeep. We went to Cars and Coffee. We drove a Mercedes. We drove the BMW i3. So it's just something that is good to share with people. Now I pretty much covered lots of bases as far as car manufacturers. I mean, I drove 2 Volvos. I did another Volvo vlog when Will drove it. I drove BMWs. I didn't drive an Audi. I drove a Mercedes. I obviously drove my Mazda a lot. I drove a Lexus. I drove a Subaru. Let's see. I drove a Corvette, and that was pretty cool. I didn't really drive that many American cars though, because it's not that I'm not a fan, but I don't know. I drove 2 Italian cars. I drove the Alfa Romeo Stelvio and I drove a Giulia very quickly. That was very cool. That was one of my favorite moments of the year. I drove a Honda Civic Type R, which was incredible. Thanks again, John. Video that I kind of forget that I made that I really enjoyed was when I drove a Mercedes-Benz CLA 45 AMG. That thing was a blast. I almost put that on my top 10 moments of the year, but just quite didn't make the cut. I went to a couple dealers. I went to the Alfa Romeo dealer like 5 times. I went to the Porsche dealer. I went to the Audi dealer. I went to the BMW dealer. I went to the Mazda. Let's see, I taught my friend Rachel how to drive a stick. That was pretty fun. After that, I drove a Jaguar. That was in one of my favorite top 10 moments of the year. Another Jaguar I drove that I almost forgot that I even did it was an XJ. That was so nice. If I could go back and drive that thing again, I'd love to do something else on that. Now, I kind of had a wide variety of cars that I drove. I drove mostly 4-cylinder cars, which my car, the BMW. I drove 1 electric car. That was the BMW i3. That was fun. I drove a couple 6-cylinder cars. The BMW M3 I drove was a 6-cylinder. The Jaguar that I drove was a 6-cylinder. I think I only drove 1 car with a V8, and that was Will's Jeep. I think that's the only one. So I kind of ran the gamut of cars 4, 6, and 8. I love to drive a V10, but I doubt I'm getting my hands on a Huracan or a Lexus LFA anytime soon, or a V12. But that was the range of cylinders that I drove of cars. Okay, so I talked about cylinders. I only drove 1 car with a manual transmission this year, and it was my buddy John's Honda Civic Type R. It was probably the nicest manual car I've ever driven. So I hope to get into some more manual transmission cars in this coming year.
Alright, so I can't do a year-end review video without talking about my neighbors. So here's a picture of my neighborhood and all the stars. The red stars are videos that I've already done with a neighbor, and the gold stars are ones that I'm going to do with a neighbor this coming year. I did 18 different vlogs with neighbors already, and I got another 12 scheduled. I have so many neighbors with some interesting and nice cars, so I cannot thank them enough for all the help they've given me in my channel. I don't want to say I'd be nothing without them, but they definitely helped me create some awesome content. So thank you guys. OG rocks.
So that's about a comprehensive review of the channel over the past year. And if I drove your car, I thank you. If I'm going to drive your car, I thank you in advance. I got a couple things coming up in the next few weeks that are going to be really cool. I'm going to the Harrisburg Auto Show next week. I'm going to be going to the Kia dealer to take a look at the Kia Stinger GT, which is going to be awesome. That's got to be the best car that Kia's ever made. So this is the first time you're seeing my channel. Please subscribe, hit that like, go take a look at all the videos I've done, and I hope to see you on the next one. See ya.
Hey everybody, this is Dan. This is GemmyD on Cars.
Hey everybody, this is Dan for GemmyD on Cars. Hey everybody, this is Dan for GemmyD on Cars. Hey everybody, this is Dan for GemmyD on Cars. Hey everybody, this is Dan.
And Will.
For GemmyD on Cars. Hey everybody, this is Dan for GemmyD on Cars. Hey everybody, this is Dan for GemmyD on Cars. Hey everybody, this is Dan for GemmyD on Cars. Alright. Hey everybody, this is Dan. I am here with Will.
What's up, guys?
And we are in the SRT. Hey everybody, this is Dan for GemmyD on Cars. Hey everybody, this is Dan for GemmyD on Cars. Hey everybody, this is Dan, and today I'm driving a special car. It is an Alfa Romeo Stealth.